He's just going to play Gragas.
Yeah.
Like you were highlighting before, it's a great matchup in Renekton. Any way you can deal with the Kindred, you have a lot of team fight setup. Ooh. Nice. I don't feel like, I mean...
Kai'Sa Nautilus?
Okay.
Yeah. We've seen Ruler pick this up to... I don't know if that is really what you want Lahens on, though.
Alistair, okay. So Alistair makes his way back in. Self towards it, and so does the matchup. T1 up against KT Rolster, the telecom war. Let's jump into it. He just goes in, places a late ward, and will back away. This Glacial Augment does have the Hex Flash as well, so we'll have to look at that. So does Lahens, unsurprisingly. Maybe can push Faker away a little bit, but...
And with that, it might be an opportunity here for T1 to try and play aggressively, although Guma is catching wave right now, so Carrier can't be caught.
He is going to get caught up here a little bit as the follow-up stun not going to come through, and Exhaust used as well. He will trade his flash for it, just to make sure that he is not caught.
Let's hold up. 6 advantage.
Okay, Aiming really going to try to press the advantage as goes onto the minion. Guma will have to flash away. The stun comes in on a carrier who does not have his flash, but he will be just fine. Lahen's not 6 himself. And it's a trade, but at the end of the day, okay. Cuz is looking to pressure in here, has his bottom lane. Here comes Faker as it's smited away. Cuz just going to take it down. And Faker, he elects to stand around and be alone here. Owner not able to help him. Might just be 2 kills. His Owner will get zapped over the wall by Aiming, who picks up 2 kills. Absolutely a Zeri moment in this game.
To get out. Ah! I love Lahens, man. I love Lahens.
If you ever need a cheerleader on top of a fantastic support.
It's also only sitting on a single mark.
Uh-oh, here comes Zeri. Carrier has to flash away. That's just Aiming pressing a couple of buttons, which we have not seen. We had 3 Infernal Souls in the first series. As here's Cuz. Now this is a 2v1. The stun not going to land, but is the damage enough? Heartbreaker comes in, and this is a Renekton. Even without an item, is feeling pretty good. Lahens has to throw out his Unbreakable Will and flash away, so he kind of gets caught as well.
Can be multi-dimensional. Obviously, we've seen a lot of topside carry performances, but oh, Cuz finds Faker.
Yeah, one-on-one. Faker, he's going up against double buff Diego here. Heartbreaker not committed to. Definitely could have tried for that. Probably would have been the kill, but either way, just going to play it safe. Doesn't know what's on the other side. As Zeri ult thrown out, just trying to push them away. Give him the benefit of the doubt there, and that's just fine. As Keria is going to flash in place with this Hex Flash, and KT, with this pressure, will take the second Rifter. Just has not happened. It's T1 maneuvering over.
2 in a row.
Yeah, looking for this is Faker. He gets the big knockup onto the front line. Kane is taking a ton of damage, but aiming on half health as well. T1 have done a good job of poking them down so far. But Dominus is down now. Zeus going to have to teleport into this fight. The damage from the Drake actually pretty significant. Here come the TPs back into the fight as BDD also taking some damage. Keen trying to frontline for this one as a big skirmish up on the top side. Lahens get to the back line, but he dies immediately. And they have overextended as Zeus gets into the back line. And Aiming is going insane, though. They have not locked down this Zeri at all as they take away the front line of KT, but they do not deal with the Zeri as Aiming is going into the Lamster's fight and will burst them down alongside a BDD.
Again, still up.
Yeah, now he's got it for Baron. BDD is excited, as you should be. It would not even be funny.
Oh, Zeus is going to get seen.
Okay.
Doesn't know.
Zeus spotted. They will try to turn onto him. The stun comes down, and the Croc is alive for now. And he nearly takes out Aiming, actually. That was kind of closer than I thought it was going to be. Aiming, ooh, he's going to dodge that one just barely. Could have been the end of his GA. As now, no top laner here for T1, but they do stop the Baron of KT, who are trying to regroup up. Thankfully, we have that plan to give Aiming a fresh life here in this fight, as T1 are like, wait, how do you have full health? Well, it's due to the plants. Thank you, Chemtech Soul. As Gumayusi is being zoned off of this one, has to ult just to try to get away. KT are running him down the top lane to their deaths. Double kill for Zeri. Make it a triple, I believe. It might be at the end anyway. It's going to be the end of T1 as KT roll over them on the top lane.
And this game is done and dusted, Valdez.
Chemtech Soul, Chemtech Drake shielding really coming into effect there. As KT Rolster just looking to take down all of the map at this moment in time, as Zeus is going to get bopped away. Keen just says no. Essentially, as the damage is coming in, T1 are looking for this engage. The Pop Blossom is there. The damage on a Cuz. They do 100-0. The KT jungler, is it enough is the question. They didn't get the Zeri. And the Zeri is really the problem, as aiming is flashing in. Does not care about the Nautilus. What is going on? This is a straight up domination from aiming from the side of KT Rolster. As Lehens is laughing in front of the fountain of T1. This was an absolute boppening of a game. 12,000 gold the lead to KT Rolster as they take game number 1.
Soul fight came down. Game was done. Concede here as well. It stays relatively even, and then the moment that aiming starts to really take over into the Cassante has been something like the Mal fight, where you just accept that, yeah, there we go. Accept that it's not about you, and it will be a surefire way to force out an ultimate of Guma. And Guma still has been, I think, the most consistent member. Didn't really get to play the game last time around at all on T1, so taking away agency from him.
A little bit more variety on the side of KT Rolster. Let's hop onto the Rift here for game number 2. Going to elect to just have more power, more survivability with that Doran's in that one. As Glacial Augment once again, Keria is getting poked down just a bit here. As Zyra Khan on a little bit of a win streak, and by 5 different teams it has picked up wins. And I don't know, those numbers.
I know BDD is 1, but I do think the... Anyway, doesn't...
Okay. Well.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Velas and I are getting pranked.
We're getting pranked by the numbers.
By a sheet
either way.
of paper.
Yeah.
Numbers that you guys can't see, but I assure you.
Who could win 2 humans with relatively functional brains or 1 silly piece of paper?
Guess what?
We'll never know. Engage, and this time Lehens, you know, maybe he was watching that first series.
T1 will also spot Cuz. Are we going to get a 3v3 here?
Yeah, trying to force the 3v3, but the Sun is going to miss. That's a second flash force, but the Root does come in, and Owner's just going to have to back away. Feathers pulled back as well. There's a stun follow-up. Just a winning trade, you could say, for KT, although they lose in terms of summoners.
Conqueror's fully stacked.
Yeah, BD is getting pretty low, and that's just going to be first blood. He's standing on the soldiers. He says, well, I can't run from here, so I'll just try to take the trade, and he loses it. So Faker takes first blood. As Owner still here, stun, missing. They jump onto him immediately, and he doesn't have flash. So he just gets jumped on. That's another kill on the side of T1, this time in the hands of Guma.
All right, who did it? Who got excited?
And they will get punished for it. As here comes TF, though. They're trying to get onto that bottom lane. No cleanse here for Guma. And he doesn't have the flash. The damage is enough, and aiming will be able to capitalize.
No opportunity here, and we will see the Dragon now started.
We got a fight in the top side here, too. No teleports available. This is just straight up one-on-one as Zeus is getting in there. No knock-up in time. As meanwhile, we got a fight underneath here. Gold card on the Owner means that he just hops away buffered. Well, not really buffered. He just had that before the gold card hit him. Either way, the teleport changes. You can teleport now onto wards and anything, basically, after 10 minutes as they're looking for the pick on the Owner. Flash stun comes in. Heartbreaker as well as they're trying to get on top of the Kazakhs. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. Cuz gonna take that one down. So much for your dive as now Heartbreaker's in onto Faker. He dodges the Emperor's Divide as the red buff is ticking away onto the Azir, but the rotation from T1 into the mid lane. Here comes Keria. And you do have Gumi Yusi as well, but at least they keep Faker alive.
You really don't lose track of the bug, and then this sidestep from Cuz. While charging his W, the man
missed the stun,
playing. Yeah, and that would have probably been enough to get the kill, but still, you can kind of sense, right? Keria using his ultimate there with a fight here.
Cuz in a bit of trouble. Doesn't have flash himself, but he does get the smite down. Owner, again, not able to win the smite fight as now he's going forward. He's got the wild growth, but again, no flash. Can he survive? And yes, he will, as Faker caught in the pit. They're trying to turn this one around as the Emperor's Divide does a huge amount of damage. Lahen's just trying to get away. Owner's getting into that back line, but the Aphelios is getting huge damage in the pit. And here is Keen from the top lane to turn the fight around in a huge way. Knocks up 2 and wins the fight for KT.
잘 누구? 나이스!
Oh, baby, Lahan's feeling it.
Yeah, the cheerleader. Look at this.
Making his way over. Will he be in time, though? Keen standing at the ready.
All right, there's the Destiny. We do have it behind. That is a massive Malphite ultimate. Guma is so low, but he's staying alive, but he does go down to the Viego right at the last second as BDD behind enemy lines is just kiting it out. He takes Owner and Keria out of the fight, and the front line of T1 is toast. As Lahens doesn't even go down in the fight, all 5 members of KT survive, and it is a very straightforward victory in the fight to KT. They get those engages in, they win another big fight, they have a Hextech Drake under their belt, they're on Soul Point. What will they do with this lead as they spot Keria, who misses over the wall, as now they're just going to engage onto Guma as down he goes, has nothing in the tank left over. BDD makes it in behind the Cassante. This is an absolute bulldozing over on that side. They're just looking to push as a team as there they go once again, just lining up for it. The Crown going to help Faker, but will this engage help as they get on top of the Aphelios? The 80 carries are traded, but the rest of the team here from KT is doing a lot. As you do see, the Emperor's Divide does come in. Keen is getting pretty low, but the Viego is going off in this game. He is stealing everybody. Cuz is getting pretty low, though. The gold card is in here. And perhaps they did overextend just a bit, as BDD almost going to hit that one, but misses the Q. Yeah, I mean, you have to. It's either you lose to Hextech Soul or you lose in this fight. Let's see if they got it as, oh, he will actually steal it. But he does immediately go down. Now 5v4 in favor of KT. They're going to take the 2 picks that T1 have to give over and maybe look for a little bit more. Here comes BDD. He's got Sonya's, I believe, and the Everfrost as he is holding on to it. Maybe he doesn't have it up after that last fight. And no, he just goes down and is not able to force too much in his favor. So T1 staying alive in this game. Like right before a Baron or something.
Yeah, that's when I'm going to start ringing the alarm bells as in he goes.
And he's going in again. Okay, this time he's got Sonya's. I almost guarantee it. That's a another double knockup, rather, as both of them get extremely low. Guma holds on to his Feather Storm for about 5,000 years, and down will go the both of them as aiming is just sniping him down. Is now 9-1 and 9 in this game, and that might just do it.
I think that's it. That's the 2 most valuable members gone. And KT is about a 2-0 T1 here.
Oh, they're trying to clear out this wave, you see. Oh, God. They're both dead. They're both just dead as they are desperate to try to stop the wave from pushing in, but instead they donate their champions as in come the minions. It is inevitable. KT will take down both of your Nexus turrets and take the series 2-0 as BDD can hardly hide his excitement in this series. 2-0. He follows up with what's given to him. He had an incredible best of 3, the 2 games. Obviously, game number 1, big highlight for him, and did most damage in this one as well. The Aphelios going over, saying, we don't need Milio, we don't need Yuumi, we can just deal with Aphelios. Lulu, that is good enough, and they got the job done.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisoo for the POG interview translation, and we are here joined by the victorious winner of the Telecom War of the summer season. Let's invite Aiming and Keen, the POGs on the side of the KT roster, to the stage. Congratulations, Aiming, especially your first POG interview. How do you feel? I heard we were on a, like 10-match losing streak up against T1, and we finally overcome this. So I'm so glad that we were able to win one of the top teams in the LCK and make it on the 2nd place. Keen, how do you feel about the win? You are popping off these days. We lost to T1 so many times in spring, so I really wanted to win today, and I'm so relieved that we made it happen. I mean, just like we said, T1 was on a 10-match winning streak in terms of the Telecom War. What was different in order to break this record? We had such a high momentum at the moment, and also we were able to secure the picks that we were really comfortable with, so we were able to get a win today.
에이밍 선수께 질문 드리도록
And
하겠습니다.
aiming,
1세트
we had
바텀 뱀픽이
a very
굉장히
interesting
흥미로웠습니다.
draft
제리를 보고
down on the
상대가
bottom lane.
카이사,
We
노틸러스
saw
조합을
Kai'Sa
떴는데요.
Nautilus
그때
comp
예상하셨을까요?
going into Zeri. Did you see that coming? Not at all. But there were a lot of ban cards towards the bottom lane, so I thought just like whatever, just getting picked to the opponent bottom lane, we're just gonna do our best. And then Alistar was the answer into Kai'Sa Nautilus. Why was that? Lihan's, he's really good at those kind of engaged supports. He was really confident when we were locking that in.
선수의 자신감 있는 픽으로 또 굉장히 좋은 역할을 게임 안에서도 해주신 것 같아요. 또 1세트 초반부터
And
잘
also,
성장했던
starting
제리가
from the
활약했던
early game,
한타가
Zeri was
있었는데요.
able
같이
to pick
장면
up
보면서
kills,
이야기 나눠보겠습니다.
and then she was able to dominate the team fight in the end. Let's take a look at this replay. You were able to finish GA so fast. How did you break down this team fight angle? Well, T1 kind of opened up the team fight, so I was just, looking for the angle for me to flash in order to win out this team fight. It was a pretty easy angle for me. And this game, you were so close to getting a penta, but BDD was the one stealing the penta kill. It was only a quadra. How did you feel? I got so many pentas before, so I don't really care.
그야말로 에이밍 선수의 그냥 제리 쇼였습니다.
And we had one other certified Zeri moment in that game. And moving on to Kiin, I'm pretty sure no one will ever doubt your Malphite. That was the R5 pick from KT Roaster. Why was that? Well, we always, take a look at the opponent's comp and to decide what we're gonna go for the R5. And I think it was the perfect angle for Malphite. And your ultimate was the cherry on top of every KT's team fight in that game. Let's take a look at this highlight reel. Like the timing is so perfect. Is there any tips? So I always calculate what kind of skills I have to kind of dodge or be mindful of. I always keep those in mind and always trying to win the mind game. Aiming as an AD carry player, what is it like to perform with such a great initiator? My top is Kiin, Nothing can be easier than that. Now, KT Roaster is now on a 4-match winning streak, and you're going up against Kwangdong Freaks. What is your mindset heading into that matchup, especially considering that they're having a great momentum as well? Well, I think KT Roaster is one of the oldest team in terms of the age here in the LCK, and I'm pretty sure Kwangdong Freaks, their players are pretty young, and I know CVMX will bring some amazing draft that day, so we're gonna be mindful of that as well. What about you, Kiin? Yeah, I think KDF is on a great momentum, but so are we. We are having a great momentum at the moment, so I'm looking forward to having a great game together. Before we go, any last message for all the KT Roaster fans? So I'm pretty sure we are having a sole possession of the second place with this win today. So I hope we can continue this trend and make it to the first place. And Kiin, would you like to add on to that? Yeah, we are on a winning streak. I want to keep this going in order to the very end of the summer season. And this will be the end of the interview from Kiin, Amy, and back to the space. Thank you.